You've been feeling it, haven't you? That quiet ache, the heaviness, the knowing that something needs to shift, but you're not sure how? You don't need to figure it all out. You just need a space to release, realign, and remember who you are. I'm Jennifer Pilates, and I invite you to join me for Reiki Moon Magic Distant Healing, a sacred healing experience that goes far beyond Reiki. This is a transformational energy work that cleanses the emotional clutter, clears energetic blocks, and realigns your entire being, body, mind, and spirit. Held under the sacred light of the moon, you'll enter a deeply nourishing frequency where healing happens on every level. If you've been carrying too much, if you've been waiting for a sign, this is it. Your healing, your release, your return to light. Reserve your space for the next Reiki Moon Magic Distant Healing at jenniferpilates.com. Come as you are, leave, transformed and empowered, body, mind, and spirit.
Welcome to Empowered Within, a soul-quenching, transformational podcast that will set your soul on fire through candid and inspiring conversations. Leading experts, celebrities, healers, and I share our journeys of how we've overcome challenges to living an empowered life from within. I'm your host, Jennifer Pilates. Welcome to another episode of Empowered Within.
Well, hello there, and welcome back to another cosmic episode of Empowered Within. I'm your host, Jennifer Pilates, and today's episode is more than just a lunar update. It's a soul call, a collective heartbeat, a sacred remembering. You see, we're approaching the powerful full moon in Capricorn, which is on July 10th. And if you're an intuitive empath like myself, I'm sure you are equally feeling it deep in your bones and in your spirit. This moon is not just another phase, it's a reckoning, a recalibration, a reclaiming. So today, I want to take you on a journey through the energy of this moon and a healing invitation that your soul might already feel whispering through the ethers. So take a breath. Relax, sit back, and enjoy today's episode. This isn't just a Capricorn full moon. It's a cosmic reckoning at the root chakra level. Capricorn governs structure, time, karma, and legacy. It's ruled by Saturn, the great teacher, the cosmic task maker, the keeper of divine timing. But this full moon isn't only about what you build in the outer world. It's about what has been built on your back and whether it still belongs to you. Capricorn is the mountain climber of the zodiac. It's a diligent, responsible, purpose-driven. It's the part of us that keeps going even when we're exhausted, because we were taught to believe that holding it all together was the only way to be safe, to be loved, to be respected. But this moon, it's breaking that spell. It's breaking that belief. Collectively, we are unraveling from generations of conditioning that taught us our worth was based on what we do, not who we are. We're seeing people step away from careers, roles, and responsibilities that once defined them. We're watching women especially wake up and realize, I've spent my life being everything to everyone, and I don't know what I need anymore. This Capricorn full moon is shining a sacred spotlight on that ache, not to punish, but to liberate, to show you the light, that there's more. You've always known there was more. And now you're seeing it with your own light. Under this lunation, many will feel a heaviness, a sense that something ancient is rising. That's not just the current job, role, or relationship. It's generational energy. It's the story of your ancestors who were praised for sacrificing their joy, staying silent, playing by the rules. It's the unspoken belief that love must be earned, that rest is lazy, that worth is transactional. This moon is exposing where those types of beliefs and energies are still living within your energetic field, where you unconsciously made soul contracts to be the strong one, to carry the lineage, or hold the family together. Capricorn is not afraid of work, but this moon says, what if the work now is actually letting go. Capricorn governs the root chakra, our sense of safety, stability, belonging. During this full moon, you may feel an ache for home, but not knowing where home is anymore. A fear of being seen as you are without a role or title. Pressure to get it together even while your soul is begging you to pause. A craving for slowness, ritual, connection with the earth. This is not a breakdown. It's a sacred deconstruction of false foundations. The universe is whispering, you are safe now. It's okay to release and to let go. Let yourself weep. Let yourself rest. Let yourself return to the soil of your soul, to the alignment of your own body, mind, and spirit. Capricorn's high expression isn't about hustle, it's about integrity. Not the kind that comes from checking boxes, but from living aligned with your sacred truth. This moon is asking, are your goals really yours, or were they inherited? Were they told to you? Are they expected of you? Is the security you're clinging to actually sacred, or is it just familiar? You get to choose. It's time to choose. It's time to choose the security that feels best, that aligns within your soul, that is no longer toxic, codependent. It's the security of feeling safe and rooted. This moon is opening portals of rebirth through responsibility, not the burdensome kind, not the you have to, you should do, but the liberating kind, the responsibility to yourself, to your truth. This moon is saying it's time. Lean in. I'll show you the way. Years ago, during a time when I was showing up for everyone else, but silently falling apart inside, I remember being at a breaking point. I was successful, I was outwardly calm, everything looked great from the outside, spiritually connected, but deep down, I was flipping exhausted. I was numb. I didn't know it, but I was misaligned. And the worst part? I didn't feel like I had permission to stop. You know that feeling you're on that hamster wheel and you just can't get off? That was me, until my body forced me to stop. That was one of my earliest wake-up calls from the universe. And I use the word one of my earliest wake-up calls because I've had numerous. And I'm sure you have too. Because if you're like me, there's been times, there's been major health crises, there have been emotional health crises, there have been family crises, there have been work crises. All of the things, spiritual awakenings come in lots of different packages. And some are smaller packages and others are holy mackerel, all encompassing, never saw this coming packages. And that many, many moons ago is when I found Pilates. And Pilates came into my life at a time when I was kind of going too hard in one direction. And the universe said, we need to help her out. Let's toss her in a car accident and let's really shake up her world because she's not getting it, right? I wasn't hearing the messages. And what that car accident did for me was it stopped me in my tracks. And I was in and out of doctor's offices 8 hours a day. I had a blessing of experiencing lots of different holistic modalities. It happened to be in Boulder, Colorado. Some of you may have heard this story or you're familiar with my story. And the blessing, I like to talk about the blessings and the lesson. The blessing was that I had all of these modalities. A girl coming from Cape Cod had never heard of, got to experience Pilates being one of them. And Pilates is something that truly changed the trajectory of my life. I was on a fast-paced corporate world, climbing the ladder. This is what I should do. This is what 401k plan I should have. This is what I should be doing at this age, at that age. I had plan after plan after plan, and it all stopped. In one split second, everything stopped. And that is the beautiful blessing. I experienced so many different things that I otherwise would not have been able to experience. Finding Pilates, becoming an entrepreneur, learning what entrepreneurship was. Never really knew about it prior to that. I stepped into different roles and I was able and blessed to experience different things at that time because I could no longer physically even get in a car to go to work. That is when I experienced with energetic healing and frequency healing and Reiki healing. And that was 25 plus years ago. Reiki has always been, an energy healing has always been a huge part of my business and of my practice. Be that through a Pilates session with me, be that through a traditional Reiki session, be that through a coaching session, be that through an intuitive reading. Reiki and energy healing is something that I exude. It is something that comes through my voice. You are receiving it now. It is a huge part of my life. Now, fast forward, because of everything that I've gone through and all the different spiritual awakenings that I've gone through up to now, this is why this past year I was guided to bring Reiki healing more into the front light. And that is where Reiki distant moon magic healing sessions began. Because healing shouldn't be another thing that you or I need to schedule, let alone stress over, let alone wait until some sort of tragic event or some sort of major event, and now we need to be reactive to it. We should be proactive in scheduling our healing. And Reiki is that opportunity. We should be proactive in scheduling in self-care and scheduling in our healing and scheduling in time for ourselves. This is an opportunity, and it should really be a time that you schedule to return to you. And return to you is, gosh, it brings me to tears. It's such a three special words that started back 25 plus years ago when I started my Pilates practice. Joseph Pilates wrote a book called Return to You. And in essence, you are returning in alignment to your body, mind, and spirit. You're coming back inward. You're coming back in to that centered place where you can return to you, to the stillness, to the light, to the part of you that never left, even when everything else felt maybe like it was falling away or you lost your way. Deep inside, there you are. And Pilates and Reiki and intuitive readings allow and help shine that light so that you can return to you. So what is your role in this collective shift? When we talk about returning to you and learning how to come back to self, you see, if you're here and you're hearing this, it's for a reason. There are no coincidences. And the truth is, you're not just hearing this for yourself, and you're not just healing for yourself. You're healing ancestral patterns. You're collapsing timelines and laying the energetic blueprint for generations to come. Every time you take time for yourself, every time you prioritize your self-care, your self-love, those are all healing moments that you are choosing to give to yourself. In those moments, you are choosing to return to yourself. This moon, this beautiful, most amazing Capricorn full moon, is your moment to unplug from the matrix of overfunctioning, overdoing, overthinking, and step into your sovereignty. To take a moment to embrace yourself and to allow yourself to return to you. This is the reason that I offer the Reiki distant healing events during moons like this one, because your body needs help to integrate these deep, amazing energetic shifts. You see, you don't need more information. You need energetic support to release what's no longer yours to hold. Some of you may simply need the permission to let go, to transmute grief, density, and to turn pressure into clarity, calm, and your own embodied truth. On July 10th, at our Reiki Distant Moon Magic healing session, you'll receive root chakra cleansing and repair, releasing of outdated soul contracts and ancestral burdens. You'll receive energetic infusions of source level safety, security, calm, and peacefulness, realignment with your highest timeline of integrity and ease and grace. You'll receive an opportunity to regulate your nervous system, to feel grounded, safe, and at peace. This is a sacred session. This is between you and me and the amazing energetic fields between us. On July 10th at 7 p.m., I'll be holding a Reiki Distant healing session under the light of the full moon in Capricorn. This isn't a Zoom call. It's not a workshop. There's no screen, no performance. It's a sacred space. It's energy. It's your body remembering what it feels like to be nourished without having to give anything in return. This is an opportunity to allow yourself to return to you. During our session, you'll receive support that helps dissolve the grip of self-doubt and external pressure. Reclaim the parts of you that feel unseen, overworked, or perhaps even undervalued. You'll be able to anchor into a frequency of true self-respect and peace and calmness. You'll receive support to fortify your nervous system with healing light from source, allowing your nervous system to regulate, to feel calm and at peace. And finally, release old patterns of striving survival mode. You don't have to figure anything out. You don't even have to know how to heal. You just have to say yes. Yes to being held. Yes to allowing your light to shine. Yes to receiving what you've been so busy giving others. Yes to return to yourself. The most powerful revolutions don't always look like fire and thunder and explosion. Sometimes they look like a woman lying down in the moonlight, hand on her heart, whispering, "I'm done proving. I'm ready to align body, mind, and spirit. I'm ready to return to myself." If that's you, if this episode stirred something in you, then trust me. Trust the timing. Visit jenniferpilates.com to reserve your space for this most amazing Reiki Distant Healing event happening on July 10th. I am looking forward to holding space for you, to remind you that you are already whole and wildly, wildly worthy of healing. This Capricorn full moon is here to break the generational spell of doing more, to be more, and to anoint you into a new way of being, the way of sacred authority, the way of soul-aligned creation, the way of no more misalignment, the way to return to you. Thank you for joining me for today's episode. Until next time, come home to your light, realign, release, and receive. I'll meet you under the moonlight. Head over to jenniferpilates.com to reserve your sacred space for our Reiki Distant Healing. And as always, may you live an empowered life from within.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe to Empowered Within with Jennifer Pilates. Your feedback is important. It helps me to connect with you and gives me insight into who you are and what you're enjoying about the show. For today's show notes and discount codes from today's sponsors, head over to jenniferpilates.com. Until next time, may you live an empowered life from within.
What if your wellness practice could feel like a sacred return instead of another thing on your to-do list? Welcome to the Jennifer Pilates Wellness Studio, your on-demand sanctuary for realignment, healing, and empowerment. Inside, you'll find a unique fusion of Pilates-based movement, Reiki-infused meditations, and mindful body practices designed to support the woman over 40, living with more energy, ease, and alignment. This isn't just fitness. This is full body, whole being recalibration. Whether you've been feeling out of sync, burned out, or just craving a space that gets you, this is for you. With flexible monthly and annual memberships, you can begin wherever you are and grow from within. Start today at jenniferpilates.com. You don't need to do it all. You just need a place to come home to yourself. This is that place.